We see Zoro lifting weights, we see Usopp kinda panicking, we see Nami thinking about money, we see Sanji thinking and talking to Nami, we see a lot of things in this 2-minute clip Netflix released. I will show to you things that you have never noticed, or maybe you have noticed, but some things you have never seen them in that perspective. Basically, I'm gonna analyze and deconstruct this whole clip, this whole first minutes of the second season. I'm pretty sure the second season will be fire, because only by seeing this I already get kind of goosebumps, because just remembering how Usopp and the whole crew acts together and then seeing them in the live action doing this well, that's inspiring. That gives us hope that live action can actually be something good. If one whole company like Netflix, one big company like Netflix decides to do something great, and they are doing something great in this one. First we see Nami, Sanji and Usopp. The three of them are on the upper part of the Going Merry, and both are looking at the map. They're starting to talk about that trip to the Grand Line. What should they do? Should they move on, or should they stop somewhere else, because they're short on food, they're short on a bunch of stuff, of basically materials, and they need to stop somewhere by and buy some stuff. So Nami is checking the islands nearby, and she sees that the islands that are nearby are not safe enough. So she's like a little scared. You can see in her face, in the way she talks. Even though the outfits are not exactly always the same as in the anime, they do look pretty much alike. For example, Nami, she normally wears those basic t-shirts. Sanji, he wears the more classical shirt, while Usopp, he's wearing a tank top. So you see that difference. Every character is different. They have their own background, their own personality, and the good thing is, like, even in the hair you can see Nami is orange, Sanji is yellowy haired, and Usopp, he has that black hair, so, or I would say more of a dark brownish hair. So you can see everyone has a different style, everyone has different personalities, and that makes the Straw Hat crew so much more interesting, because when they interact with each other, you see how the interaction between different characters change. When Nami is talking to Usopp, or Nami is talking to Sanji, or Nami is talking to Luffy, it's always different. And when Zoro talks to them, when Zoro talks to Sanji, when Zoro talks to Nami, there is always a different dynamic, and that makes it so rich. You guys are gonna see. What I also find very interesting is Nami with the glasses. She doesn't usually wear glasses, but here it makes total sense, because she's analyzing. She's looking more like an intellectual person. So a very interesting addition to her character. And you see Sanji talking soft with her. He has a lower tone of voice, but at the same time it's kinda in that whispering tone. So the actor, he's doing a pretty nice job in playing Sanji. Nami, she's worried, the way she speaks, the words she uses, and then Sanji, he cuts her when she says maybe we could. He cuts her.
Maybe we could. You're free for the first time in your life.
Sanji automatically remembers everything that they go through in season 1, and then he just says, you were free for the first time in your life. You are free, so just enjoy it now. He sees that she's carrying some burden from the past with her in that moment. Everything we say has a burden, you see. We are the sum of our experiences, plus genetics, plus how we were raised, but we are basically the sum of our past. And then the funny thing is Usopp just analyzing their interaction. You see Sanji going closer and closer to Nami. He knows how to do it, but he goes closer to Nami, of course, with second intentions. We all know about it. And then Usopp is like, no, not in front of me, guys. And the thing is, it's not that Sanji is going closer to her, it's not Sanji's tone of voice. You see here clearly is the shopping thing. It's shopping what makes her kinda go out of her state and smile. You see Nami, she loves money. Everything around the money world she loves. She loves making money, but she also loves a lot spending. And I forgot also stealing money, because her way of making money is stealing. But we see that after season 1 there will be a change in her, where stealing will not be the main way of making money. The main way of making money will be getting money from them saving other people. And then Usopp is like, curse you, Sanji, curse you.
I could do with a little shopping.
What? What? Curse you, Sanji. Curse you. And your charm, your chiseled jawline, your ocean eyes.
But it's not, it's just a term, shopping. Usopp, you were meaning it right, but it wasn't that. We all know, guys, we all know. That's actually a good way to talk to your wife or your girlfriend, just to anyone, like a friend, instead of actually saying bad stuff about the person when you're mad at the person. Just say good stuff, even if you're just joking, but that always makes the person feel good. Like, hey, you good looking guy, you handsome guy, stop that, man. You see, the way you talk can be kind of harsh, but the words you use kind of contrast, and that makes the situation a lot ironic and also quite funny as well, and good for the person who hears it, because the person is like, I know he's just talking in that way, but it feels good because he's telling good stuff about me, he's kind of praising me, and that feels good. Recognition always feels good. And then I like how Usopp just calls Zoro. He goes to where Zoro is and then he talks to him.
We need someone who can talk some sense to the... Zoro! Zoro! Buddy, back me up here. Sanji and Nami want to go to an island full of Marines to go shopping, which I think is a pretty stupid idea considering me and Luffy on our wanted poster now. Tell me you agree with me.
That is the most funny of everything here, because instead of just keeping the conversation here, you see how Usopp is extroverted. He likes to talk to people, he likes the social interaction, so he just goes to Zoro and calls him. Doesn't matter what Zoro is doing, Zoro is having a workout out there, man. I mean, when a serious guy is having a workout, you don't want to mess up with him because he's in a serious mode. That's what I would think about Zoro, but no, he's pretty chilling there. He's like, just some weights here, I will do some strength workout, but I don't necessarily have to look like an angry guy, which is fine. Everyone has his own style of working out. Zoro, you see, when he's completely alone, he has that more serious look, but when he's more just chilling on himself, he's still open. He may still look serious, but he doesn't look necessarily angry. He will still, like, if someone approaches him, he will be pretty chill about it. That's so cool, right?
Tell me you agree with me.
Shopping.
Yeah, can you believe it?
Good idea.
What?
You see Usopp in the anime, he is exactly like here, exactly like this. This makes me so happy because Oda and the characters and everyone involved, they're making such a huge effort to make the characters look and act and speak like the people in the anime. And that is what makes it so good. The interactions are exactly like they would be in the anime. Exactly like it. It's 100% perfect, almost. Of course, the words they use might not be exactly the same. The way they say, the overall content of what they say is pretty much the same. And that is freaking awesome. That's admirable. That's praiseworthy, honestly. And then the moment Zoro speaks, Sanji already enters in.
Good idea.
What?
I need 2 more swords. Been feeling off.
Since the sword shatter and ass kicking Mihawk gave you?
Shut up, you weren't even there.
Well, that's all I needed to.
He enters in and he makes it Sanji. He comes and he says, you have been feeling off since the scar Mihawk gave you. Sanji is always looking for a weakness in Zoro, always looking for a reason to say something bad about him, to have a bad commentary. But it's not like he's being a complete jerk. It's not that. It's just that their relationship is like that, of fighting verbally and also physically. That makes it so good because you see they love each other and you can also see that they hate each other at the same time. So that contrast makes their relationship so good. That is why when I see episode 377 of One Piece, the nothing happened moment, you guys don't know about it, especially those who only watch live action, but in the anime, that was a huge moment. Comment here below what you guys found about it without spoilers, please. When Usopp sees, oh, everyone wants to go to Loguetown, let me ask the captain. He's surely gonna be with me. He's surely gonna be on my side. But that is not what would happen. Let's see.
Sorry, Usopp. That's another vote for Loguetown.
This isn't over yet. Where's Luffy?
What do you think?
Coming!
Luffy arrives, and what's the first thing he does? He tries to grab some food from Sanji's plate. That's our Luffy. That's Luffy being Luffy. And then he's like, oh, we cannot stop because I have to find the One Piece and become King of the Pirates. But when he says King of the Pirates, everyone says it together. Everyone. You can see Usopp's face, you can see Nami's face, Zoro and Sanji all at the same time, and they're all like, we know what you're gonna say. We know about that. We've heard that 1,000 times already. And then when Nami mentions Loguetown, Luffy's like, what is there? Usopp, death. The way he says it, that's the scary Usopp we know. That's the Usopp that's always worried about what's gonna happen. That's the Mr. Negativity Usopp. Then Luffy's kind of, man, that's harsh. I would not like to go there then. But then we have Zoro, he needs swords. Sanji, he needs food. And Luffy also needs food. So that's even better. For Zoro, he says good, and then for Sanji, when Sanji says food, he's already delighted. He already wants some of it, and he was already wanting to go there. And then when Nami mentions it, that detail makes him go crazy, because Luffy has a huge respect for the King of the Pirates. He wants to become the next King of the Pirates, so he's obsessed with the previous one. It's like you wanted to become a soccer player, you are, and then you are obsessed about Cristiano Ronaldo or Lionel Messi. That's who Luffy is. Or the same goes if you want to become a basket player, then you get obsessed with Michael Jordan or LeBron James. If you want to become a doctor, get obsessed with the best doctor of the world. So the more you know about the person, the better it's gonna be for you. Normally, that's how it's normally. The lifestyle, what the person did, what were the person's beliefs, everything. So the more Luffy can know about Gold Roger, the better it's gonna be for him. So when Luffy sees that that's an opportunity to know and see for himself the place, to step at the same place where the King of the Pirates died, that's a huge thing for him, a huge step for him. That's a step closer to his goal. That's a step that's gonna give him more inspiration, more motivation, and then he decides he has to go for it. So think like Luffy. Even if the place you go, the Loguetown of your life, can be dangerous, go there. Think about what would be the Loguetown of your life. For Luffy, Loguetown was a place where he could experience at first hand where the King of the Pirates died and how it could have been his sensation, to help him imagine a little bit more. So for example, as a Christian, a person that's a Christian and reads the Bible, that person would very much want to go to Israel, because Israel is a place where everything in the Bible happened, and that will solidify the faith of the person. I want to go to Israel one day because it's a very historical place to go to, and my mother, she went there and she was amazed. So I want to go there too one day. So that's an example, and especially for also those who want to know more about the Bible and if it's real, if God is real or not, I would definitely check Israel. It's a nice place to go to. It's as if you want to become a doctor, you go to the same place that specific surgeon you admire went, or you go to the same college or the same school or internship where the person you admire went to. I would definitely recommend you to go, especially if you have a big dream. Go to the same places those guys went to, because that will change your perspective completely. If you want to have a house or have a lot of money, get yourself to try this experience. Stay one night at an expensive Airbnb. Do that, or a luxurious hotel, and you'll see that it is real. It is a possibility. You can actually achieve that. That is what Luffy wants, to feel what the King of the Pirates felt, so that he can go closer to his goal and understand a little bit more of that person.
We're going to the Grand Line so that I can find the One Piece and
become King of the Pirates. We need to stop in Loguetown to get some things first.
What's in Loguetown?
Death!
I don't want that.
It's also the place where Gold Roger was executed. The place where the King of the Pirates was born and died. where the legend of the One Piece was born.
The way Nami, she convinces Luffy with what Luffy likes is the same way she knows how to convince Along in the season 1 when she was working for it. So she has that manipulative strategy. Since she was a thief, she knows how people work. She knows how to observe people, how to look for weaknesses. She knows that stuff because as a thief, you have to have a lot of skills in order to steal from someone without that person noticing. So she's got the skills, guys. She's got the skills, and those skills are not easy. She knows what will trick you to do something. She knows what will make you do what she wants. That's why Nami is a dangerous woman in One Piece. And that is also why studying One Piece and deconstructing One Piece is really interesting, because everything in One Piece has a purpose. Everything. All the elements connect together eventually, and the characters are so well developed. What they say, the way they say it, everything is thought out. It's not random, and that is what I like about One Piece. If you want to know more about the deep things in One Piece, this was a very surface level analysis. Even though it was still a little deeper than most other channels, it was a surface level. Imagine what else you will see if you stick to this channel. That's a surface level. Like I said, you can still go much deeper. Are you ready for it? Because I will do a bunch of reviews, a bunch of analysis and deconstructions, and you will be amazed by how much of One Piece you missed. I would not miss out. Click the subscribe button because we will thrive in this, and I want to have you ride with me in this journey together. See you in the next one. Here is the Honest D. Here is the Honest Deconstructor. Peace.